Hey guys, my name is Danielle and I'm starting a beauty blog lifestyle kind of channel here. So I'm going to be doing makeup looks, hair tutorials, different shopping, I think, maybe some health, just anything that I think might bring you guys some value. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and wait for some new stuff to come out. Going to be doing this beauty look for you today. Okay guys, so I already have my face ready to go. I'm just going to put a little bit of primer on. I'm going to be using Too Faced Primed in Peachy. This is a sample that I got with a palette that I ordered over Christmas. So I'm just going to use my fingers and put this on really quick. Don't mind my cats in the background. Really, Stella? Sorry, guys. Here's one. I'll show you really quick. That's Bella. She will not move off my bed, so we're just gonna go with it. So I have a wet beauty blender that I always use for my face. I'm also going to spray my face with this Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1. This is something I also got with a palette that I just ordered, and it's pretty refreshing. Prime Set Refresh is what it says, with coconut water, probiotic based ingredient, and skin revivers. So I'm just going to spray my face. I'm going to spray this beauty blender. And now I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation ever, Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is what I use. I use neutral is my favorite color. Usually I have a spray tan, but we're snowed in this weekend, so I have not made it over there. But normally my face doesn't really tan anyways, so the rest of my body does. I don't know why my face doesn't. My face doesn't break out, but it's kind of red. My skin's kind of red and uneven, so I like a full coverage foundation. So it comes in with this little stick here. So I just kind of put this on my face. And if you had more than one color, you could like contour your face with it, but I usually just use this. And I kind of put it down my neck so it blends in well. And I would either use your fingers or a beauty blender. I think it goes on well with a damp one. So I'm going to spread it out a little bit, but mostly just press it into my skin and try not to move it around too much. And I'm still trying to get my setup just right. This is my first video, so eventually hopefully my mirror can be right behind the camera. That way I don't have to look away. I think this foundation is $29.50 and it usually lasts me about 3 months probably, and that's doing my makeup once a day. Put it over my lips just so that everything is neutral when I start. And you can see that it gave me pretty even coverage. It is buildable, so I could go back in if I wanted it to be a little heavier, but I think this is good. So the next thing that I do is I use Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So I use this to conceal under my eyes and to kind of give me a little bit of highlight. And this is a really light color. It's vanilla. And it's the same kind of bottle with this applicator. So I go under. And then I go down my nose, kind of on my forehead. So that's how I do that. And then I'll take the same damp beauty blender and I'll press this in more than I would did my other foundation. I try to get my nose really good. This time of year I have a lot of sinus issues, so I'm constantly rubbing on my nose and my face, so I try to get that really good. Just press that in to highlight the center of my face and then my under eyes. I didn't used to use concealer, and I feel like it's just gives my face a lot more dimension, and it does cover my dark circles under my eyes better. I don't know if everybody struggles with your under eyes, but I feel like my face being so light complected, my under eyes look dark. So this really helps brighten it up. And the damp beauty blender, I feel like, just presses it all together and makes it not look cakey. I don't know why I open my mouth when I do that, but I always do. Alright. I just recently switched powders and I'm still trying to figure it out, but I've had this, and you can see I've had it for a long time, probably 2 years at least. It was the RCMA No Color Powder in this huge container. So I'm going to take, I'll show you this. So I've always used this lid. Well, I just recently switched over to this Mercier translucent loose setting powder, and this lid's a lot smaller, so I am going to put it in this big lid, and that'll make it easier. So I haven't really figured out, I know a lot of people like this powder, so I'm trying to get used to it, and you can see my other cat is now behind me. They love my furry blanket. So I'm going to take my damp beauty blender still and use this lid and just get some on here. And then I'm just going to press this in. It doesn't press in as easy as the other powder that I use, so that's why I'm still getting used to it. But I do like the way my face looks. It just takes a little bit more time to get it settled on my skin. If you have any tips for using this, let me know. So it's the first translucent powder, I guess, that I've used. I don't really know what the difference is between no color and translucent. I guess it has color. That's one difference. It's a little more yellow looking. All right, there's that. I'm gonna try to save my powder. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use is this blush by Morphe. It's called Spirit, and I'm just using this angled brush. It's called Luxie 504. I got these in my Ipsy bag. I don't know if you guys subscribe to Ipsy, but it's a cool way to get different kind of samples. They send you sometimes full size, but mostly like small size samples of different beauty products. I also do Sephora's Play box. Those are both $10 a month, and I can put links down below if you guys want to join those. So I got this Morphe. I'm not sure if it was in Sephora or Ipsy, but this is what I'm going to use for my blush. So when I do my blush, I stay right here and I don't go too far in to the apples of my cheeks. I just kind of sweep that up. So this is the color. I'm gonna get a little bit more, make it a little more dramatic. So we got 8 inches of snow. My husband is working all weekend. Anytime there's snow, he gets a lot of overtime. So I just got this new humidifier I have going in my room. My favorite candle, which is, I'll have to look. I think it's called Vineyard from Yankee Candle. It smells like grapes and it smells so good. And then I also have my peppermint diffuser going on. So there's all kinds of stuff going on in my room. I got this sample, and I used to use Hoola bronzer by Benefit. So this is the little sample I got. Isn't it cute? So it is a matte powder bronzer for your face, and I'm actually going to use the same brush. I like to use matte bronzers. So I'm going to try to do right through here on both sides. I'm going to do my forehead, under my lip. If you do under your lip, it makes your bottom lip look a little more full. And then I'm also going to do like my chin line or my jawline, and maybe a little bit on my nose. So it's a nice color. Try to really define my face without getting too close to my mouth. More through here. And then under my lip. Across my forehead, and you don't want to do these sides, so more just blend it across here. And that just makes your forehead a little bit smaller. And it just helps highlight through here. Now, let me find my highlighter I want to use. I organized all my makeup into different bags and labeled all of them, so I just have to figure out what I want to use. I think I'm going to use this from the Balm Cosmetics Mary Lou Manizer. So this is what it looks like. Figure out where my brush went. I'm going to use this tapered highlight brush, and it's actually from Ipsy, a B36. And then I'm going to highlight the apples of my cheeks. It's hard to kind of see what I'm doing in this lighting. Okay, so I'm going to play around with a few different eyeshadows. The first thing, this I got with one of my beauty boxes. It's just Cargo Cosmetics Around the World. I'm just going to use some of these lighter colors in the corner of my eyes. The first one is called Rome. Just going to get a little bit of a base on here. And I use my finger a lot, so don't mind me. And I'm going to play around with some different shades of maroon, I think, to match my sweater. I got this sweater from Marshall's. We have like a Marshall's home goods store here at the lake. And I was looking for Christmas sweaters, and I found this, and I really like it. Okay. So I've gotten a few new palettes just with Christmas time, different specials that were going on. So one of them, I told you I got a Too Faced palette that came with those primers. This one is called Dream Queen, and I'll show you. This is what the palette looks like. So it has 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter, and then some pretty colors. So let's see, what do I want to start with? Oops. I'm going to start with Santa's Bake Shop. You can see this color. And I'm just going to sweep this across my whole lid and keep those lighter colors in the corner. This is one of my favorite colors on this palette. Okay. Next, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to use some of these pinks to get into the crease here. So there's Pink Flurries and Kissmas. They have some really cute names. You guys can see these. So I'm going to take Pink Flurries first and start blending that into the crease. Okay, so this is Pink Flurries. I had never really done pinks or reds on my eyes before until I got these palettes, so I've been kind of playing around with some different things, and I actually like the way it looks with my green eyes, so I've been venturing out a little more. Okay, I'm going to take Kiss Miss and kind of blend that out a little bit more. It's a little lighter pink. And then I'm also going to take those under my eyes, which is something new I've been trying lately also. Sweep under here. Is any fallout? Not too crazy yet, right? Let's see. I'm going to take this little brush. It's just called an eye shader. I'm going to see how this does going under my eyes. So first I'm going to go back in with Pink Flurries, which was the darker pink. I'm just going to put that under. I have long eyelashes, so they kind of get in the way when I'm this far away from the mirror. Alright, what do you guys think so far? Now I'm going to take this lighter pink, which was Kiss Miss here, and take that under also. And I'm just trying to keep these blended out. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with Let's Roll. I'm going to try this brush. I'm not really sure about it yet. And I'm going to put this more into the corner of my eye. I'll just switch brushes. So this is just like a matte maroon color. And I want it to be pretty bold. It's looking pretty crazy so far, but we'll tie it all together. So I'm going to take this little shader again and go under with these pinks here. I think I've always been afraid of reds because I am so fair-skinned. I kind of thought they'd make me like sick looking. Okay. Next, see, I feel like we should do some kind of gold. Let's try All the Jingle Ladies. It's this glittery color. And I'm gonna go more in the middle here. What do you think? Now it'll have to be blended out. Okay, now we're gonna go to eyebrows. What I've been using is Anastasia Beverly Hills and Brow Wiz in medium brown. So it has one end, that's the brush. And I'm just gonna comb my eyebrows. I have not been really doing anything to my eyebrows because I've been letting them grow out. Just kind of cleaning up underneath, which I need to do right now. I was never one to draw my eyebrows on, so it's a little new to me. But I found this to be pretty easy. I'm going to hold this little mirror, I think. That way I can see. My mirror's kind of far away. And I'm not going to go too crazy and draw them in, just to kind of give me a little something here. And I try to follow my natural eyebrow as much as I can. I try to do more of a straight line on top and then just kind of follow this around. My natural eyebrows are just very light and kind of non-existent. And I've been trying to go lighter towards the center here. And I know, like, if you take this and line it up, it's supposed to be like that. So that's kind of what I try to go by. And remember, eyebrows are supposed to be sisters and not twins, so they don't have to be perfect. So I do that, and then I kind of comb through them again just to make it look a little more natural. Okay, and then the next thing I use is this. Is also by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the clear brow gel. I'm going to do one eyebrow first, that way you guys can see the difference. So I comb through with this just to kind of keep them in place how I want them. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is define them a little bit more. Let me find my brush. My organized bags are a little hard to figure out right now. So I need to keep this with my eyebrow stuff. So this is, oh, it's not even marked. I can't remember if this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm pretty sure it is. I bought this a while back when I bought the Dip Brow. Okay, so I'm going to take this concealer and I'm going to just kind of outline this brow just to make it a little more defined. So I just open this and I take this little angled brush and get a little bit of concealer on it. And remember, this is light, the concealer that I use. And then you can just kind of clean your eyebrows up. So I do it more underneath. You can do it above too. It kind of gives you that shape a little better. And I feel like it covers up my hairs that I haven't tweezed yet, and it also gives me a highlight under my eyebrow. So then I've just been kind of taking my finger, or you could take your beauty blender, and just kind of press that in or blend it out a little bit. And that's what I do. I don't think I'm going to go above, just below. So let's do the same thing to the other eyebrow. And take my brow wiz and this brush and kind of comb these to the shape that I want. Try to do close to the exact same thing that I did on this side. This one seems a little messier to start with. I like this because it has this little point. It's lasted me, I think, about a month so far that I've been using it. I've been kind of checking it to make sure I'm not going to run out, since I like using this now. But I'm sure I'll have to reorder soon. And I try to do small strokes, so it's not always perfect, but... And then if you need to go back through this one after it's done, you can. I probably could have went with a lighter color, so when I reorder, I might get a lighter brown. So I'm just going to come through that a little bit. I think they're pretty close, right? And then I'm going to use this brow gel again. Hold these guys in place. And that's drying, and I'm just going to use the concealer again underneath. Just get a little dab on here. This angled brush has been perfect to use like this. So I'm just going to go underneath and clean up this little point here. I think it just helps define them, and like I said, you can correct your mistakes. And then it brightens up under your eyebrow. I'm going to close these really quick. Put it back in my brow bag that I made. Eyebrows. I'm going to try to keep this stuff organized, but usually I put my makeup on while I'm driving, so I don't know how long it's going to stay like this. While I'm using this, I'll show you this little palette that I got. It is Urban Decay Elements palette, and it has some matte shades and then some really pretty glittery shades also. So I'm going to take this again, and first I'm going to take this snowball effect and kind of go back under my eyebrows to put some shadow over that concealer.
Jeans fit. Just try them on.
Okay, so for some reason my camera just stopped recording, so I don't know what you guys saw, but I'm using this Polar Bear Hug as a highlighter just on my brow bone. This is my daughter. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is my eyeliner. I use a gel eyeliner. This is actually Bobbi Brown, So normally I always use Maybelline, Expert Eyes I think it was called, and then L'Oreal Infallible. So they were probably about $10 for both of them. I just recently switched to a higher end, I guess you could say. So Bobbi Brown, not drugstore, that's what I mean. So it's called Black Ink Long Wear Gel Eyeliner. And I like it. I don't know if I really notice a difference between drugstore and this brand, but it goes on really good. It stays on. It doesn't, you know, come off or rub under my eyes. So this part's going to be tricky because I'm going to try to get a little closer to my mirror. So I just do, trying to see. Just a warning, right now I like a lot of eyeliner, so I do above my eye, underneath, and then both my waterlines. And this is actually the eyeliner brush that came with the L'Oreal Infallible. I'm gonna get it a little bit closer. So I like a really dramatic eyeliner. I always have a wing. Always. The worst part about doing your waterline, in my opinion, is if you wear contacts and you don't like really pull it down and keep it away from your contacts, and then you got a black spot on your eye. Has anybody ever done that? Now I'm going under my lashes. And I like that you can still see that color, because sometimes when I try to do that, I end up covering it up with eyeliner. All right, what do you guys think? It is hard being like, I don't know, I'm like 3 or 4 feet away from this mirror, so it's a little harder to see than if I was like right up in it. The next thing I'm going to use is mascara. Now, my mother-in-law got me this set from Sephora. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it came with a whole bunch of different mascaras. She also got me another set that came with a big mascara. So, I'm going to try out one of these today. And I'm also going to try this booster. As you can see, I have pretty long eyelashes naturally. So let's see what this does. I haven't used anything like this in a long time. But this is actually by Lancome, Super Enhancing Mascara Base. So let's see. I'm going to use, I think this mascara by Sephora, Lash Craft, Big Volume. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'm having some camera troubles. My battery just died when I literally had like 2 steps left. So again, I'm using Lash Craft by Sephora. I'm going to try to make this quick. Do my lashes. I really like the way this mascara looks on my eyelashes. It is one of my favorites. And while I was waiting for my camera to charge for a minute, I picked out, this is by Bare Minerals. It's called Gen Nude in Everything. So I use this. It's more of a gloss, you can see, but that is my finished look. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.